Spring with Autumn here, you guys, on this Thursday. And I'm not doing a full, I'm kind of still doing a piece of a report here because today turned out to be pretty long after all. Hope you guys are doing well out there and that you have survived. I don't know, this week has been a plug, complete plug of a week. So, anxious to wrap it up. I should be wrapping it up very shortly. So hope you guys are doing well out there. Again, this is Black Spring with Autumn coming to you on your Thursday, December 11th, 2025. It still is. So pretty soon it's going to be 2026. I came in earlier. I just have a few minutes here. Watchman's here. Thank you so much for coming in and loving on the like button. Yogi Fish, how are you? Thank you so much for coming in. I talked earlier about how Wells Fargo is signaling cuts, layoffs, and AI, saying specifically, I got you, Watchman. No worries, you're all good. That AI will be rolled out between now and pretty much in 2026. They're saying that even though AI is not going to completely replace their workforce, but it could affect how human beings work. I mean, we knew this was coming, but I'm just wondering. They're also saying that they're having the severance. The severance is at a higher rate, I guess, right now, but they're expecting more uh, presently. But higher rates will be for severance in 2026. So, how are you, Yogi Fish 4721? But yeah, it's happening. That's kind of like my cue. But I'm wondering, are these people expecting to get a bailout of some sort? I reported earlier this week that the farmers were going to get a bailout. Uh, Thank you guys for coming in and loving on the like button. Uh, Watchman says, damn, AI is how writing my professional wrestling shows. There you go. Oh my gosh, there you go. Um, but yeah, just hang in there, guys, because I'm wondering if other banks are going to follow, or will they? This is what they do, short of what, getting a bailout. I mean, I don't there's a bubble burst that's pending, it seems, and I'm just that's what I'm speaking to, and in reference to this whole thing. You had the agricultural the bailout. I don't know what these institutions are going to do. But hey, we knew it was coming for a long time. They wanted to say, "Oh, AI is not going to replace," but their CEO Scharf is the one that's made this report with Reuters. So keep your eyes out. And we've had a lot of layoffs and cutbacks. Everything, including Starbucks. It was the Starbucks, Target, UPS. Um, there's been more, just so many cutbacks, so many layoffs. So what kind of year Yogi Fish comes in? You guys, please hit the like button coming in. I know it's a ritual, but it does something. I don't know what it does, but I'm not even sure if people get my morning notifications. I can't be 100% sure. And if they get notifications, are they getting them every time? Yogi Fish says $800 billion for military buildup. Well, and then also to that point, I released that whole. I did a stream about the actual Pentagon releasing that letter that they were going to be having the QRFs by January 1st of 2026, and of course we did a breakdown of the Puerto Ricos and these other dare I say, for lack of a better, these territories, U.S. territories, like I guess Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico would get maybe 100. But then the only state that I knew that was getting less than 500, the rest of them are getting the larger ones, the main states. are getting 500, and then I think Delaware is only getting either 200 or 250, because that's the first state. Delaware, such a tiny little state, but it's under as the first state, so they're not getting as many. So I'm just wondering what exactly is impending, by the first of the year. The other report that I did earlier this week was regarding allegedly these Democrat states that are withholding information regarding so-called, on these illegals, immigrants, or whatever you want to call them these days, whatever cultural motive you've got for them, moniker you've got for them. They were threatened to withhold the SNAP benefits. So that's not going away. So I'm pretty sure you guys are picking up what I'm putting down here. But yeah, I just thought I'd just drop in, and that piece is, I'm probably going to just put it in the link in the description box below. But I don't know that, like I said, I don't know if other banks are not going to follow suit, or if they are going to, will there be another major bailout? Will we just start having mass, like a big swath of bailouts? I don't know, guys. It's just the real economy. Who knows what it looks like, but it's not, I've been saying for a long time, and even though that's not my domain of competence, we've got money for all kinds of wars. Yogi Fish 4721. I'll help you to say that. That is without a doubt. That's real talk. But yeah, I don't know. More security in the airports, more losses of jobs. It doesn't seem to be like the hottest whatever ever. How's that wearing for you? I'd love to know. But that's just, I'm just coming in with that. I'll probably drop this description below, because it's kind of late, and I'm just so fried from today. Yesterday was a lot. Last couple of weeks have been a lot. Last almost 3 weeks have been a lot, and it's just, when you get overworked or whatnot, or when you're just overdoing it, whether you control it or not, it just kind of gets to be a bit tiresome. So I'm sure you guys understand that, but I'll probably be back tomorrow for sure. So just check it out. I'll put it in the description box below. Let me know if you anticipate a bailout for any of these other financial institutions. I know, I'm not sure about if JP Morgan and Chase is doing any. I know they talked about I know they've talked about in New York that their headquarters was rolling out eye scans, I believe, something like that, either eye scans or a facial recognition. We covered that a while back, not that long ago. But there again, that's AI in place. That's what's in place. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I appreciate you guys so much for coming in on your Thursday, and hope you're wrapping your week up, and it will be done by tomorrow. But I don't know, it's just like a complete drain plug is, how these days feel. This is what kind of, oh, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I've got my hands in quite a few things, but it's a lot. I don't know. It seems like the workload is, it's not so much the workload, it's just the intensity of whatever is, it's a lot. And you can't quite, and I don't know, I think maybe this was why people were talking about, and I think maybe it was corporate America that was doing a lot of that 4-day work week kind of talk, but I think other industries have entertained it as well. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll get into, some pieces of that, but it's not as intrusive. It's just not that this platform is, I don't know. There's just some issues there. But I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. I got a little bit of a big drippy nose over here. Big drippy energy over here. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming in. But I will be putting that particular description in the box. I think we just have a lot of, I mean, there's so many things I could get into, but some of them I just think that we have better tasting fish to fry. I honestly do. And there's just some pieces that I don't want to get into because I don't really think, um, you know, I've heard about mass deportations and things like that out of, I don't know if it was North Carolina and all of that, but not want to get into that right now. It's just about everywhere there's breaking news. It's breaking. It certainly is breaking. Uh, it's breaking the common man. Is what's breaking for sure. So yeah, but I appreciate you guys so much for coming in and loving on the like button. At this time of the day, touch, go, touch, and you go. The voyeurs in the background, like I'm showing right now, for 4 viewers and 3 likes right about now. Now that might be the way of it. Golf Pro? Oh my gosh, no. I've had enough of that. Just about it. I'll tell you, I know more about that than No, I'm certainly not a golf pro. um, I don't know. I was once upon a time. I was, I had some aspirations to work on my game, but I don't know. That kind of went out the window with something else. But no, certainly not a golf pro. Um, I can see where. I mean, I guess it could be fun. If you're just playing, even if you're just recreationally playing, and this time of the year, it's kind of nice to have an outlet because we don't have. To me, we don't have a true. There's not a true winter or a true. What can you say? You can't say there's a de facto seasons in a lot of places right about now. So if you can get out into, I mean, the region where I live in, it's kind of a nice scene. There's wildlife out there. Um, there's also bearded, Spanish bearded moss and all this kind of stuff. Spanish moss, out in the area. There's also water moccasins. Water moccasins down by the lake area. So I'm very familiar with all of that, but I haven't been out there in a while. But this time of the year, why not? If you can go, go. Let's see what's happening here. Do we need somebody? Do we put ourselves in a time? Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, we got to get some people out of here. O-U-T. O-U-T. Some people need to get a grip. Snakes, no things. Yeah, it's I mean, I've been on a few courses, just say not necessarily playing. I mean, I've been out there, but not actually playing. Uh, but yeah, it's still kind of a male dominated sport in some degrees in certain areas, not professionally, but just if you're amateur or what do you want to call it, or if you're trying to break into not saying you're a glass ceiling kind of a breaker, but that's kind of what's going on. Thank you so much. I had to jump in on that one. Completely. Thank you so much for coming in, guys. Watchmen. I'm thinking that the Yogi Fish 4721. What a deal. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out of here. I need to pick up something really quickly, and I was just stopping in for a second. But check out what's going on. I'm wondering if this is a signal that is this our signal that more banks are going to do the same thing, or will banks go for bailout, or is that something that's in the cards? Okay, guys, I appreciate you guys so much for coming on and for loving the like button. I appreciate it so much. And you guys have a great rest of the day. If I don't see you again, it'll be tomorrow. Okay. All right, guys. Bye for now.